SicCooper here, and welcome to a new pickup video. Now, today's video is probably going to be a little bit shorter than my normal pickup videos, and that is just because I wanted to get this stuff filmed and put in a video before Kevin gets here, because when he comes, we are going to be making some videos, and the stuff that I show in the videos I make with him, that will be like it's only showing. I'm not going to put them in a later pickup video. So I wanted to have basically nothing to show when he gets here, so the only stuff that I'll show in those videos is stuff that I pick up at that time, if that makes any sense at all. So, not that much stuff to show here, not as much as normal, but still some very cool stuff and some more retro stuff, which is good. So, to start off, I'll show the memory cards like always. I got a couple more GameCube ones here, and then also 3 PS2 memory cards. These were $2 each, and these were $2 each as well, actually, so pretty cool. From GameStop, for free, I got a 2DS display poster. This is one of these little plasticky type posters that just kind of like stick to the wall or stick to like glass or whatever. They don't like actually, you don't have to like thumbtack them or glue them or whatever. They just kind of stick to the wall. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, that was free. There was a couple of them on the wall, and I just asked if I could have one, and he gave it to me. So next up, from Target, I picked up a couple more of the World of Nintendo 3-inch figures here, and the Target store right by my house is actually completely sold out of these now, and it's really surprising, but a lot of the bigger ones, the 4-inch ones, especially the Link figure, are going for way more on eBay already, which is really surprising because these just came out and they are kind of like sold out, but they're gonna get more, so I don't know why people are paying so much. But I picked up the Fire Mario one and Wario, so very cool. I think I'm still missing Diddy Kong? I'm not sure. I know I showed the other ones in the last video, but there's like 6 of these ones and 6 of the big ones, and then the plushes too, so it's hard to keep track of, it's hard to remember which ones I already picked up. But I'm still missing 1 of the small ones, I think, and 3 of the larger ones. But these were $3.99 each, I think. Next up I have 1 GameCube game and 2 PS2 games. So for the GameCube, I picked up The Sims, and just kind of like a filler title that I didn't have. I would consider this to be a pretty good game, but, not expensive or anything. But this one I got from a pawn shop, I believe, for $1. And then 2 PS2 games here. The first one was $1 from a pawn shop, and that is Call of Duty 2 Big Red One Collector's Edition, which I didn't really know there was a collector's edition of this game. I don't know what makes it a collector's edition, but complete, and I didn't have it, so for $1 I figured why not. I didn't look it up, I don't know like what it's worth or anything, but can't really go wrong with $1. And then this last one's from Goodwill, and this was $4, and it's a factory sealed copy of The Mummy: Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. And I normally wouldn't pick this up for $4, but it's sealed, so I couldn't really pass up on that. And I seem to get most of my sealed PS2 games from Goodwills, which is kind of weird, but it's not in perfect condition. There's a rip right here, and overall, whatever, but it's not like a great title, so not really too worried, but that was cool. Next up are some DS games here, and I normally have a lot of DS and 3DS games to show, but this time I just have 3 DS games, no 3DS, 3 original DS games, and no 3DS games. So these ones, I already had the cases and manuals for them, and I just was able to pick up cartridges through Craigslist deals, I think. So, bringing the cartridges home, I already have the cases and manuals, so now they're complete, and I can put them into my collection. First one is Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story. Then we have Pokemon White version, and also Pokemon Black version 2. So, very cool. I'm just missing Black, and I'll have Black, White, Black 2, White 2. I still need some other ones, like Diamond, I believe, on the DS, but still, very cool, nice titles, to get. Then next up are the Wii games, and there's a decent stack of these here. Some of these are kind of like, just like filler titles, some of them are kind of more not popular, but like obscure, kind of like uncommon games, so some pretty cool stuff. First up is Dance Dance Revolution Hottest Party 3. This was 99 cents from a pawn shop. I also got the second one, Hottest Party 2. It was $1 as well, but I already had that one, so I just put that one up on eBay, but can't go wrong with $1. Next up, I got Geon Cube from GameStop for 89 cents. And this one had like a really weird spine here, which, you know, is very weird. So that's why I originally pulled it off the shelf, because I'd never seen one that really looked like that. But can't really complain for 89 cents. Next up is the Skycrawlers Innocent Aces for $1.79 from GameStop. And when I told my friend Sam that I picked this up, he was convinced that it was like a $15, $20 game. It's made by Xseed, so I guess it's possible, but I haven't looked it up yet, so not really sure. But once again, not going to complain about a $1.80 game. Next up is Marble Saga Karorinpa. Now, the other Karorinpa game, Marble Mania, is kind of a rare, uncommon game. If you ever look up a list of like rare Wii games, that one's usually on the list, even though it's not that expensive. But this is the other one in the series, and it was $4.50, and you know it's not really worth much more than that. But I just wanted to pick it up because I do have the other one just to complete the series. Next up is a disc variant, and this one's going to need a case upgrade definitely, because this one has a lot of water damage. But that is Sonic Unleashed, and you can probably see it's got some water damage to the front and the back, so it needs to have a case upgrade. But the disc is actually different, and I've got my Wii games right here, so let me pull out the other one and show you guys. So this is the one that I just picked up, and as you can see, it's just kind of like a dark blue, you know. But the original one that I had is full color. So I'm assuming one of them is just a later released version. But normally when I get games like this, I always compare them to the original copies and, you know, keep the best conditioned disc, the best conditioned case and manual, and put, you know, get one really nice copy and sell the extra one. So when I was comparing them, I noticed the disc was different, so might as well keep it as a disc variant. 3 more Wii games here. Agatha Christie, Evil Under the Sun. This was $2.69. And I have one of the other Agatha Christie games, so I figured I'd pick this one up because it was cheap. And they had one of these at my local GameStop, but it was missing the manual, so I never picked it up. And I saw this one at a different GameStop, and, you know, it was complete, so I decided to finally get that. Next up is a game that I thought that I had when I bought it, and I was going to buy this to sell. I'm not sure what it went for, or what it goes for, but it was only $2.69, so can't really complain, but that's Obscure the Aftermath. And I could have sworn that I had this game, and when I got it home, I went to compare it to my own copy and realized I didn't have it, so I guess it was good that I picked that up. So now I can add that to my collection. And this one also, I thought that I had this one as well, and I think I might have actually had this game and sold it thinking that it was a double, but I guess it wasn't. So I'm glad to have picked up a copy to put in my collection, and that is Dragon's Lair Trilogy. I took the sticker off, but this was like 16 or 17 bucks, but I had a $10 off coupon, so it ended up being like $6 or $7, which is a pretty good price for that one. So those are all the Wii games. Next up, I got another manual and inserts for an N64 game I needed, and that is All-Star Baseball 99. That came with the precautions manual, registration card, and the poster. So that game is complete now, and I actually found a complete copy of it at a pawn shop, and it was $2. So for $2, I get to keep this, and the cartridge and the box are doubles. So the actual box and cartridge were both upgrades too, which was awesome. So I have an extra of that now, which, you know, it's not worth much, but the manuals will essentially be free once I sell that other one. And then from here on is all cartridge-based stuff, so very cool. Today, actually, I went to Cybertron Video Games, and I had a few disc-only PS2 games to trade in, which I got 15 in store credit for, which is a lot for what it was. But I was able to pick up a cartridge for Star Trek Starfleet Academy, for the Super Nintendo for $10, and I bought that because I already had the box and manual. So, manual's in there, you can hear it. So that one is complete now. Finally get to add another Super Nintendo game to the collection. Pretty cool. And then I picked up a complete in box NES game, which I haven't done since I got the Mario's Time Machine. So I'm very glad to get this one. And this was in the glass case at the store, and this is the first thing I picked out. I had the 15 in trade credit, so I'm kind of looking at it like I used that 15 to get $15 off this game because it was marked at 23, but that is A Boy and His Blob. So very glad to get another NES game added to the collection. There's the manual there and the cartridge there. So very cool. Box is in, you know, decent condition overall. Has the styrofoam in there, and there's another thing in here. Audio and Communications Division. So kind of like a precautions manual, I guess. I'll just put that back in there. But yeah, it was cool to add another, you know, NES game to the collection, because I don't get to do that too often. They're becoming harder and harder to find. But, you know, getting the $15 off, this was essentially $8 about. So pretty cool to add another NES game to the collection. And then the last three here, there's 2 Game Boy Advance and 1 Game Boy Color. Now these ones, I already had the boxes and manuals for, and I just got the cartridges. So the first one here is Mega Man Battle Network 3 Blue version. Like I said, I already had the box and manual from that big bundle. Actually, I think I got this one in that bundle off of eBay. But I got the cartridge from a pawn shop, and the cartridge came with 2 other games as well. One of them was like Spider-Man 2 and Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2. Or Legacy of Goku, the first one, excuse me. So those 3 games, those 3 cartridges together were $10, and I was able to keep the Mega Man one to complete this for my collection, and I actually had an extra box and manual for the Legacy of Goku one, so now that one's complete to sell, and that one, I think it's like a $15 to $18 game, so, you know, kind of works out in my favor, I guess. Next up is, actually I probably should have showed this one first, but that is Kim Possible 2, and I picked up the cartridge today at Cybertron for $1.95, and I picked up another game too, just to sell, and he actually gave me that game for free. It was marked at $3. It's nothing special. It's Shaman King Legacy for the Game Boy Advance, but when he was bringing it up, he gave me that one for free. But I like to look at it as I was getting this one for free instead. But another game complete. And the last one, which is also the last game for this video, but a very cool one, is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. And I bought this box off of eBay in a bundle with the Oracle of Seasons box, or Minish Cap box, or something else. But this one I didn't have yet, so when I was at Cybertron today, I saw the cartridge for $15 and decided to pick it up. I think it goes for a little bit more than that on eBay. I thought it was like a $18, $20 game, so, you know, either way, very happy to have this one complete and add another Zelda game to the collection. And this is actually my favorite Zelda game, so very cool. And that's it. Sorry for the kind of shorter pickup video, but like I said, I wanted to get this stuff filmed and put up so that I have, you know, a fresh slate to start with once Kevin gets here. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit that like button and thumb the video up, and I will see you guys next time.